Another prime time football game for the Dallas Cowboys, and Cowboys fans are hoping it goes a lot better than the last one that they were at as they fly out to LA to play on the Los Angeles Chargers. And I will say this will be a home game for Dallas, even though that it is in Los Angeles, because it is just I will take every opportunity I can to just absolutely shame the Chargers fan base for not showing up and for allowing it to be an away game every single time it's at home. The fact you have to use silent count at home, I think is embarrassing. And Cowboys fans are going to show up. A bunch of Cowboys fans are in LA, so props to them. It's one of the few props I feel like I give them in this video. Or I might pick them at the end. I still haven't decided yet, Ryan, on who I want. I think is going to win this game either. So I want to kick it over to you. What's your overall thoughts and kind of expectations coming into this game?
My initial reaction was this is just the battle of bad coaches. Mike McCarthy and Brendan Staley are they both make decisions that are just like make me scratch my head. Brendan Staley already has 2 this year, going for it on 4th and 1 in his own territory when he's only up by 1 score or less. So both times he was bailed out by his defense. So that is one thing. But for me, I have no idea where to go here. The Cowboys are an average running team. The Chargers' run defense actually looks decent. And then, like, they're just pretty evenly matched. Also, going off the numbers for their defenses is a little hard because the Cowboys' defense has the Giants and Patriots game on their schedule where, like, both those offenses were just completely inept. And then the Chargers have the Miami game completely inflating all of their numbers.
You can almost then throw into you could also throw into their Jets game where really the only offensive play that happened in that game for the Jets was that 75-yard pass to Garrett Wilson. Other than that, they didn't really do anything. Yeah. So I agree with you that the Cowboys defense, and then especially then now losing Trayvon Diggs, do not really know how good they are. Because it's been so polar opposites. Like they've had,
and they got really banged up in San Francisco. Like San Francisco has some great skill position players, but I think a lot of people often overlook like how physical they are in the trenches. And that's one thing too that is just going to be kind of interesting to watch in this matchup. So honestly, I have no idea how to predict this game.
Well, and add on to that, I'm pretty sure I need to double check. I think Leighton Vander Esch is out for a significant amount of time. I think, a couple weeks at minimum, so he won't be playing their star linebacker as well. But then on the flip side, I will say that when you come to the Chargers here, they don't have Mike Williams, so they're going to be relying heavily on Keenan Allen, Josh Palmer, and hoping that Quentin Johnson kind of makes that leap. Yeah. They are coming off a bye, and they'll even have a little bit longer rest too coming to Monday Night Football. The big story for me, though, is going to be Justin Herbert and his broken finger. He did break his middle finger on his non-throwing hand in the Week 4 matchup against the Raiders. So I am just curious. You're going to have practice. It was able probably to heal. You could probably figure some sort of contraption also as well if it is still broken and put in the splint, or maybe he can bend it a little bit and take some wear and tear. But I'm curious how big of an effect that's going to have on him. Just because even then going under center, like you need to get the ball, and you're going to need to have that like a strong lower hand so you can control the ball during the snap, or even shoot if they hike it to you in shotgun. You're going to have to be able to catch it with both hands. So that's just going to be something to monitor as well. I feel like this Chargers team can compete with the Cowboys. I almost feel like these teams should be kind of similar, with maybe the Cowboys being a little bit better in the trenches. But that being said, though, to your point, is don't really know how good this Cowboys team is because it's just been it's
kind of been feasting on like 3 of their 5 games have been against terrible offenses. And the 2 games that they have lost were the 49ers and then
the Cardinals,
who like
they should have feasted. They should
have feasted on them, but the Cardinals played hard and I think hit them in the mouth. And they got a little shocked there. So I'll kick it off. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to pick the Chargers here. I think Kellen Moore gets his revenge on Mike McCarthy. I have zero faith in Brendan Staley and Mike McCarthy as a whole. But I just think Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn know each other so well that Kellen Moore is going to be able to take advantage and be a little creative, I think, with how he attacks Dan Quinn's defense. Whereas Dan Quinn, I think, you can only do so much on the defensive side of the football. And for me, I think Dan Quinn will probably succumb to Kellen Moore's creativity on the offensive side.
Mm-hmm. So I'll go on the opposite side. I just feel that, well, one, just to disagree with you, but then two, also, I just feel that there's just going to be a little bit more consistency from Dallas as a whole, coming off of just a shellacking of a primetime football game. This is, if they want to really have any hope, I think, to win the NFC East, they're now 2 games behind the Philadelphia Eagles, and I have a feeling that the Eagles are going to win at Week 6. So to stay on pace with them instead of going 3 games down, they're going to have to win this one. And just in general, I feel like with Justin Herbert's injury and his throwing finger, them also not having Mike Williams, does seem like Austin Eckler is coming back, so that is a point in your favor. But just in general, though, I'm just thinking about it, just going down the list. And I just feel like the Cowboys on paper are just a little bit better. And I agree with you. I don't really trust McCarthy or Brandon Staley. I feel like both coaches are going to try and help the other win the game. And I just have a feeling that Staley's going to succumb to some of those poor decisions that we were talking about. And McCarthy's going to win this one.
Yeah, I think they're both capable of making them. I think whoever's gonna win this game is just whoever makes the last fatal mistake.
They are very capable of making a horrible decision that will ruin the game.
Yeah. So, well, we disagree on this one. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on who you think is going to come out ahead in this matchup. Is it going to be the Dallas Cowboys? Is it going to be the Los Angeles Chargers? Let us know what you think. And other than that, we will see you guys next time.